I want to talk about the unluckiest guy on the planet, Imran Khan, the biggest Begaani Shaadi mein Abdullah Deewaana we have ever seen on the world stage. साहब रशिया जा रहे भीख मांगने के लिए उसी समय
देख भाई देख तेरे हर हक बनती है रूस जा पर उधर जाके बोल आई हैव लैंडेड हियर इन एक्साइटिंग टाइम्स क्या चूतिया है यार तू
ये बहुत बड़ा वाला है बहुत बड़े वाला है इट्स ऑलरेडी bolstering the stellar image of Pakistan on the global stage. It's fantastic. Do you think that people are saying कि उसके visit को देख के लोग चिढ़ जाएंगे and the EU and NATO and America is going to be Pakistan is going to get into trouble with those countries? Do you think that's actually going to happen?
No. Nobody gives a shit about Pakistan, so Pakistan's not going to get into trouble with anyone. See, there's the joy of being somebody ka tatta.
Yeah.
Okay. So when, say for example, जब श्याम शर्मा ने उसके साथ बदतमीजी की, मेरे को बहुत ठेस पहुंचा. पर जब श्याम शर्मा कुशल मेहरा के साथ बदतमीजी कर रहा था, उसके टट्टे कैसे डिंगल 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 करके ये हो रहे थे उसके बॉक्सर के अंदर, कौन केयर करता है यार?
I just thought it was probably the funniest thing that came out of that whole episode yesterday. Oh, what an exciting time to be here.
I think he takes every situation, and you know what a snafu, what the full form of snafu is?
What?
Situation normal, all fucked up. It was actually a military acronym.
What Imran Khan is, yeah.
That's what Imran Khan is.
He hit a bit of a snafu in Russia. That's true. I do want to dig a little bit deeper into the question that Kushal asked, because we have seen this over a period of time now, and especially in the Indian context. I don't know what you guys think, and I want both of your opinions on this. In the Indian context also, we've seen कि global context में तो UN के बहुत सारे failures हैं. We've seen the UN be quiet on numerous regime change wars or operations or whatever, चाहे Iraq हो, चाहे South America में हो, चाहे Afghanistan हो, whether it was the Kashmiri genocide, which they said are internal matter है, ये लोग अपना देखेंगे, we don't really care. On the Indian front as well, अभी हाल में ही you have a UN agency tweeting on Twitter saying कि भाई जिस औरत के ऊपर money laundering के operations लगे हैं उसको Indian government is oppressing. In terms of non-Western countries that aren't explicitly allied with the EU, with the UN, with America, what faith should they have in that world order right now when you have Biden saying ki acha, providing a weak response to whatever Russia is doing? What kind of faith should a country like India have in that sort of order when that order has no respect for India whatsoever, or Brazil, or other countries for that matter?
Look, that order has a lot of respect for India. We can't judge that order just by what one agency at Geneva says.
Okay.
Right. And remember that UN Geneva is run by the special representative, specifically Imran Khan, a Bangladeshi woman who is herself accused of serious financial fraud.
Shabash.
Okay. So it's very obvious. So remember, that is an NGO handle. It's the UN's NGO arm doing it because they don't report back to their respective governments.
Yeah.
Okay, the governments themselves have no issues with India per se. I think we need to separate how governments think about India from how their press thinks about India. The governments generally realize that, the press is prone to a lot of bullshit, which these people are not.
But when you have organizations like the BBC, which is basically, a government-owned or a government-run organization, and the kind of things that they do against India, you don't think there isn't a tacit approval from the governments when...
The BBC actually does a lot of crap that the Tories hate.
Yeah. That is true. That is
Okay.
fair. That's fair.
Deutsche Welle does a lot of crap that the German government hates.
That's fair.
I think the issue here is, like, for example, Ashok Sven at Uppsala. Go talk to you go talk to the Swedish government the moment you say, before you can finish saying Ashok Sven. All Swedes are very well behaved, but before you finish saying Ashok Sven, they'll be like, fuck you. You go talk to the University of Uppsala, because I have lots of friends in Uppsala. You go to the University of Uppsala and you say Ashok Sven, and those university guys are like, because they're like, here's the asshole again.
Yeah.
But if at the same time they will say, look, it is important. We realize he's an asshole. We realize he's a hot air windbag.
Yeah.
But academic freedom.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to make that distinction. The problem here is that when the press writes something, an MEA official is taken to task by the PMO, and in order to protect himself, he says, "Sir, dekho ye antarashtriya sazis hai, sazis." Okay, so there is that. Then there is a case of clear and tacit direction provided by the government. Okay, so for example, what that commissioner for the ambassador for international religious freedoms tweeted about India, that Rashad Khan or whatever he is, that was basically orchestrated by that woman Uzra Zia, who's she's not a hijabi, she's the worst kind of fundamentalist. She's the non-hijabi fundamentalist. Okay, so we need to sit down and identify what has foreign government footprints in it and what does not.